early fears that there may be a storm brewing, with just a handful of clouds in the sky, and a glorious, if not incredibly hot day as we celebrate America's final moments. The focus in the mouth of the tunnel, the two captains, Gomez and Mbappe, side by side, and it will be those two who will battle. What an atmosphere. One final game here in Philadelphia, and what a day to close out. Will be the venue. We already know one of the teams, and this to decide who will join Morocco. And they've been well looked. And this, a moment in history for Philadelphia. His hand. We are just minutes away from getting started in this 4th of July last 16 clash between Paraguay and France. Well, former US Olympic captain Brian Dunseth, what will Paraguay need to do today to stop this? So look at the refereeing team for this game. Tantashev is the refereeing all-on-field team from Uzbekistan. He was at the team, starting with Paraguay. Orlando Hill and his backline matched France for clean sheets this tournament, and a huge boost for Paraguay. Aldolete starts despite being a pre-match. Well, Monk Magnon has only conceded 2 so far. The backline is unchanged, but in front of them, Manu Kone comes in for Chouameni, who has picked up. He says this is not just one more match, as we so frequently hear from head coaches. Says it's the last 16 tie with the world's number 1. And there a patient wait. The chasing side today.
Well, for France, we know it's about athleticism and star power matched together with the freedom from Didier Deschamps to
Here's Elise, looking to make his own history tonight. Yet to feature on the score sheet himself, but
13 goals for, just 2 conceded. I've always been impressed with how quickly France looks to win that first ball.
Pitch, doesn't he really? Rabiot. Kadeen.
Out a pragmatic system that gives him the balance and the control defensively, while in transition moments, can they have a little bit? So today it's a little bit differently, and you think about with Galarza, you think about Miguel Almiron, you think about Julio Enciso.
Kunde. Meccano. It has all been France. Can they find the open goal? It's headed up high. Looping back down, there'll continue to be a scramble. Still nothing given by the referee. It's a little bit too far ahead of Barcola, who raises one hand in thanks to his teammates.
On the challenge of playing flat 3 in the back. Throughout the course of this tournament, Helen, just 31.2% possession for Paraguay, second lowest.
Chingon, Arsene Wenger, serving as FIFA's chief of global. They have an excellent support in this stadium. It really has carried them such a way.
Final third, as important as the weight of the pass and the variation of service, is going to be the movement off the ball to try to just upset the spatial awareness and alleviate some of the early incessant pressure that we've seen from France the moment that they turn the ball over and are looking to recover higher up the field. For Didier Deschamps, they're always...
He's not happy with that decision, Didier Deschamps.
It also goes back to that
upper levels of the Philadelphia Stadium. There's a huge crowd of French fans who are bouncing. They're to their feet.
Halftime, and how earlier Didier Deschamps thinks about so many options he has at his availability coming off the bench.
For that goal, Hill once again loses out, and it will go down as a throw for France, but he did. It's a clever flick, but no one there to meet it, and that will be that for the first half. A first half controlled by France, but it will clash, a divided clash between France and Paraguay. 38 places separate them in the FIFA rankings. Did you expect more from France?
Well, I think the expectation was the style of play that we saw individually from both France and Paraguay, but
who came out to face the press yesterday, and he did say he knows his role. There's no hard feelings between him and Bradley Barcola. He knows that when he's required, when he's called upon, he will step up.
You wonder about this influence of tactics for both sides, but
and they do make interesting reading, because you can see that France have really dominated the possession, but 5 attempts at goal, 0. You can see that highlighted there, Brian Dunseth. He has barely been in this game.
Well, in any other world, I tell you, the comparison's always going to be.
For the entries into the final third, and no surprise to see France almost relatively evenly split their best attack. It's been quite the party here in Philadelphia, as the masses who have flocked. Or will this fairy tale run for Paraguay continue its way across the ground?
And the idea for Paraguay continues its team commitment defensively. It's really trying to strangle the passing lanes. But can they?
Well, he was full of praise for France in the press conference. You can understand why. He's said this is a huge clash against the world's.
For that little bit of change, and sometimes it's not physical, it's just psychological.
Midway through the first half, and his press conference was certainly no nonsense yesterday. He's making his feelings known to the referee, the pressure that's being placed on his shoulder. And now they have to hold off the attack from Miguel Almiron, who is chasing and chasing and chasing, but a firm arm from Saliba. You see him take the ball up to the corner, and now
and part of the game for William Saliba, something that's not often acknowledged. He's got a ton of pace.
Heard down in Dallas.
Side.
After the off-field review, number 8 of defender tripped attacker player inside the penalty area.
Between Paraguay and France, and you can see, well, a crowd of Paraguay players stood around to the tournament so far. The last penalties Mbappe took in a World Cup were in the Mbappe, who steps up and rolls the ball into the back of the net. Was it ever in doubt? France's 150th goal at a World Cup. From the spot, from follow-up there, it's saved again. Exceptional from Orlando Hill to deny Kylian Mbappe not once but twice.
From that far side, again, bodies on the deck. But right now, for Paraguay, they'll have great intuition about the quality of service.
It's all been France. A much improved second half from Paraguay. Can they break here? Look at with the position of Mbappe, and it won't matter. The French machine does it. France, the favourites to go all the way through the competition, who had to fight. Ending a long run of scoring more than 2.